श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुकारस्त्वन्तकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यात् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। केनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः केन प्राणः प्रथमप्रेतियुक्तः केनेषिताम् वाचमिमां वदन्ति चक्षुश्रोत्रम् कौ देवो युनक्ति श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम् मनसो मनो यत् वाचोह वाचम् सौ प्राणस्य प्राणः चक्षुषः चक्षुः अतिमुच्य धीराः प्रेत्य अस्मात् लोकात् अमृता भवन्ति न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाक् गच्छति नो मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्यात् अन्यत् एव तत् विदितात् अथो अविदितात् अधि इति श्रुश्रुम पूर्वेषाम् येनः ततव्याचचक्षिरे यद्वाचा अनभ्युदितम् येन वाक् अभ्युद्यते तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदम् उपासते यत् मनसा न मनुते येन आहुर्मनोमतं तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदम् उपासते यच्चक्षुषा न पश्यति येन चक्षुंषि पश्यति तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदम् उपासते यच्छ्रोत्रेण शृणोति येन श्रोत्रम् इदं श्रुतम् तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदम् उपासते यत् प्राणेन प्राणिति येन प्राणः प्रणीयते तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदम् उपासते First mantra question by student. Impelled by whom, desired by whom, five sense organ, five actions of organs and pancha pranaha, their function, their own duty. They do their own duty, impelled or desired by whom? This is the first question asked by student. Second mantra, teachers have give the answer and he said that principle because of which five sense organs of action and prana does their activity, it is different from all of them. To show they are all different from all of them. That's why they have used vachasya vacham, pranasya prana, vachaha vacham, all five. Shrotra, mana, vach, pran, and chakshu. All are, it is principle is different from them. And a people who know we are different from our subtle body, such people are called dhiraha. And one people knows I am separate from body, atimuchya. The meaning of atimuchya we have seen in spite of living in this body, but one who think I am not body, mind, sense complex. This understanding is called atimuchya. So these wise people, while living only, they just give up identification with this body, mind, sense complex are called dhiraha atimuchya. It's called jivan muktaha. And when prarabdha karma will be over, asmat lokat pretya. They will leave this body and they will go. And what will happen to them? Amrutaha bhavanti. They becomes immortal. They never come back. It's called Amrutaha Bhavanti. They have seen. And in third mantra, again teacher has explained it is very difficult to explain Atma Tattva. It is very difficult to explain about Brahman because there chakshuhu na gacchati. Because our eyes, our organs of action, even mind cannot go. Means they don't have any access. Because of which, if they are functioning, then how this subtle body can have access? That's why na vidmaha na vijanimaha. That's why we don't know. Atha etad anushishyat means how can we teach them? How can I teach you? Teacher says to student, how can I teach you that we don't know? Otherwise, I don't know. And then they has given this definition viditat anyat aviditat adi. The consciousness is different from known, the consciousness is different from unknown. And meaning known is whole universe and aviditat unknown means we have not seen Maya. So Bhagavan says it is even different from Maya. So both if we start thinking, if we analysis more, which principle can be different from all known world, universe, and which principle is different from Maya, only one thing will remain, and that will be Brahman, consciousness or Atma. And if somebody asks this teacher, you were telling you cannot explain, and now how you have start explaining Viditat Anyat Aviditat Adi? So they said, Shushruma Purvesha. We have heard this teaching Viditat Anyat Aviditat Adi, this teaching we have heard Purvesham. Our precedents, what they have taught, I have heard, and they expound this knowledge to us. Yetad Vyacha Chakshire. The meaning of Vyacha Chakshire means they have expounded this knowledge to us. And now, still, one question is still lingering. What is that consciousness which is different from known, which is different from unknown? We may have questioned where this sitting, where is this consciousness? So, rest 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All five verses are called Mahavakyas, and they said because five prashna they have asked केनेशितं पतति प्रेषितं मन केनेशितं मनः then pranah then chakshushrotram all five in first. So one by one guru is giving the answer. First we have seen yat vacha anabhyuditam yat brahma tattvam Yet means this consciousness, it cannot be revealed by speech. Vacha means by speech. Yet means yet consciousness, which consciousness cannot be revealed by words, but because of which consciousness, vak means this speech can reveal the other things. If we start speaking something because of which, who is that? He says, Tadeva Brahm. The name of that principle is called Brahma Tattva. If still we ask, what is that Brahman? He says, Tvam Vidhi. That Brahman is not anyone else, but you are that Brahman. This is called Tadeva Brahma, Tvam Vidhi, is called Mahavakyas. In Kenopanisad, 5 times teacher has given this Maha Upadesha to his Shishya or their Shishya. So Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi, and last one is Na idam yad idam upasate. Nedam yad idam upasate. If we split the Sandhi, Na idam, which generally people start thinking. Ignorant people, they go in the temple. If some Bhagwan is sitting, they say, this is the Lord. But Shastra says, you are objectifying Lord in this stone form. This is not Lord, but Lord is all pervading. That's why it says, idam yat idam upasate tat it no. So nedam yadidam yat means which consciousness people upasate. Generally people worship. But generally people worship how? So I am meditating upon Shiva. I am meditating upon Rama. The meaning is Rama is different from me. I am different. Same way, if I am meditated upon Lord Krishna, Krishna is different from me. Myself is different. It is called Upasana. In Upasana, always 3 things are there. Upasaka, who is sitting for meditation, is called Upasaka. We ask to whom, upon whom you are meditated. We will give the answer, I am meditated upon maybe Ram, maybe Krishna. So if we say, my meditated deity is Lord Rama, then Rama is called Upasya. And this Prakriya, which through we are meditating, it's called Upasana. So Upasaka did or does Upasana of whom? Rama means I am different, Rama different, and I am doing meditation. So he says, if you think Ram is sitting somewhere else, it is not true. That's why he says, Na idam. It is not this consciousness which you are meditated upon as the object. It is not an object, but you only. You cannot meditate it upon you. Me, I cannot meditate it upon me because as a consciousness cannot meditate it upon consciousness. It is it is a totally we cannot think of. That's why Shastra says whatever you are meditated, it cannot be consciousness because consciousness is not sitting anywhere else. You are that. So 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all 5 mantras are same line. Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi Nedam Yadidam Upasate. So all the 5 mantras in second line have same meaning. That Brahman, which are calling all pervading, that principle is called Brahman, but that Brahman is Tvam. Tvam means you. Like Tattvamasi. Tat Tvam Asi. There also the meaning of Tvam Jiva. You are that Ishvara. Here same Tadeva Brahm. That Brahman you are, not people are thinking somebody sitting and I am different. It's not like that. So first, Yat Vachana Bhyuditam we have seen. Now we have to see sixth mantra, Yat Manasa Na Manute Yena Ahuhu Manahamatam. So Yat Manasa Na Manute. Yat, huh? Sixth one. It is the sixth one. Because they have given different. If in this we are chanting, they have given Tatra Chakshur Gachati is different and that different. This is for in Kenopanisad, this fifth one. So yat manasa na manute. Yat means that consciousness. What yat, the meaning is consciousness. Which consciousness? Na manute. We cannot objectify. Na means not. Manute is a objectify. So yat means that consciousness which cannot be think of, which cannot be objectified by what? Manasa. The meaning of manasa means by the mind. Mind cannot objectify this consciousness. This is the meaning of yat manasana manute. And Shankaracharya has given the definition of what is the mind. So I can show you, but right now the light is not there. But he says manaha is equal to antahakaranam. Antahakaranam, let me tell, in subtle body, there are two karanam. Karanam is instrument. Whenever karana shabda comes, is called instrument. Mind is, we say, antha karanam. Instrument which is inside. But our eyes, all are called is a bahishkarana because they always see external. So mind is antahkarana which is sitting inside. And what is the job of mind? So Shankaracharya is written Kamaha Sankalpaha Vichikitsa Shraddha Ashraddha Dhrutihi Adhrutihi Lajja Bhayah. These all emotions which were present, it's called manah. So kamaha means desire. Different type of desires are sitting in our mind. That's why one emotion in our mind is called kamaha. Sankalpaha, something we decided. Tomorrow I will get up at 4 o'clock. Sankalpa. So it is in mind. Then vichikitsita. Vichikitsa means doubt. Always this is the mind's nature. Even I have gone through this. Sometimes we are going out, we have locked our house properly. After some steps, when we are going out, then again we think whether I have proper locked or not. This is called vichikitsa, doubt. First, it decided I have locked. Huh? Vichikitsa. Vichikitsa. In Gujarati, vichikitsa says treatment. Chikitsa. But there, vichikitsa. But it is not doubting. It's called doubting. Sankalpa, first we decide. huh, One commitment. Okay, I will do this. Then, even also, when we are going out, I know I have pressed this remote control of our car. I have locked. After some step, always I come back and I check whether I have locked properly or not. So first I have locked is called sankalpa. I have locked. Immediately minds doubt. Check whether you have checked locked properly or not. It is called vichikitsa. This is our minds. Then Shraddha. We have some trust. Maybe in Veda, it's called Shraddha. Sometimes we don't have Shraddha. Why should I respect you? Why should I trust on scriptures? Even Shraddha and Ashraddha, both are emotions of our mind. If suppose that person was telling, I am not believing in Vedanta, because in my understanding, we all are always separate. Ishvara is separate and I am separate. This thinking is called Ashraddha. Shastra is given, but I am not accepting Shraddha. Ashraddha. So always Shraddha, Ashraddha also a play of mind, emotions of mind. Same way Dhrutihi, perseverance. What we have decided I will do, then we will 100% can able to complete. It's called Dhrutihi. So it won't, what we have done Sankalpa, we cannot finish even 1 month. It may take years. Still, we stick on it. It's called Dhrutihi. And some people are Dhrutihi. They don't have any perseverance. It is also emotions of mind. Lajja. Lajja is not shame, but lajja is one type of respect. It's called lajja. Bhayaha means fear. These all are emotions of our mind. I have heard one story from Pujya Swamiji about Yeah, about Dvaita Advaita. Bhoja Swamiji used to tell that there is a small village. In small village, one Pandita, two Pandita are there. One Pandita, he always gives the teaching of Advaita, which he is teaching Upanishad teaching. And another is Pandita was always teaching Dvaita. Dvaita means I am different, you are different. This is Dvaita teaching. And people generally used to go to hear this Advaita scholar, Pandita, not this Dvaita Pandita. So always Dvaita Pandita has some jealousy towards this Advaita Pandit. He is totally wrong, still people are going to hear them. I have to prove this. कि you are 100% is wrong, but how can I prove you are wrong? So I have to study Sanskritam properly. I have to study even chanting properly. So I know thoroughly everything. Then I can have some, discussion with him, and I can say, your Advaita is totally wrong. So what should I do? Then Pandit has decided, let me go to Banaras. I will study all, yesterday what we used Vedanga. So he studies all Vyakaranam, chanting, Jyotisha, all are called Vedanga. So he studied for 12 years this everything. Then he thinks I'm the master of this all shastras. Now let me go to that Pandita, Advait Pandita, and let me do a vada viksha, let me discuss debate. So this Advaita, to Advaita, this Dvaita Pandita has gone after 12 years. So when he reached to Advaita Pandita's home, then there is one barber was sitting. One barber was sitting, and this Advaita Pandit, yes, lots of beard, lots of hair was there. Then he says, I would like to discuss with you. So Advaita scholar says, can you wait for 10 minutes so I can cut my hair and I can shave and everything? Then I can discuss properly with you. He says, no problem. So he says, I'm waiting. So he was watching the show. So barber's name was Murli, and he is starting cutting everything. So he has removed all the hair, then he's removed all the beards and everything. Then barber used to keep mirror to show that customer how now you are looking after shaving, how you are looking. So everything has removed hair from head, and then barbara has taken mirror and he's shown to this Advaita scholar, now sir you are looking like this. So when Advaita scholar was looking his own face in the mirror, he was very elated. He's very happy. He says, oh Murli, you are my Lord. You have changed my whole face totally. You are the great, you are the Lord. Barber says, I am not God. I am not Lord. I know I am the Murli. I am a barber only. Then there's still that Advaita Pandita has given prostration, give pranama to Murli Barber, and he keep on knowing that Barber, please Panditji, you don't do this. I have done my duty. But he says, you have done very nicely. You are fantastic. You are just, out. Everything was so much being praising. And he keep on telling this Murli. So please don't tell me I am not Ishvara, I am not Lord. I am simple barber. I am simple barber. So after all this happened, this suddenly this Advaita scholar is reminded this somebody is waiting for me. So when he turned around that Dvaita Pandit, he was not there. Then he said, where that person has been gone. So that Advaita Pandit said, let me take a bath because everything is shaven. So when he have taken bath, he come out from the bathroom. Again, the Dvaita Pandita was there with proper manner. It says, if you would like to make someone teacher, if you would like to make someone, guru, so you have to produce in front of with him with proper manner. So he come with one garland, some flowers, some fruits, and he was standing in front of this Advaita Pandita. So Advaita Pandita was surprised. He says, why you have come with this? Because you would like to discuss with me, you would like to, Dvaita is correct or Advaita is right. Why you have come? So Dvaita Pandita has replied to this Advaita scholar. He says, I have spent 12 years to learn I am separate and Ishvara is separate. So I have my spent 12 years. He went to Banaras and he learned all the grammar, everything. For which purpose? To know I am separate from Ishvara. That when I see this drama after shaving, you are doing prostration, then this Murli was very confirmed. What Murli was confirmed? I am not Ishvara, I am Murli, I am Murli, I am not Ishvara. Even this Barbara knows without spending 12 years, but still, if Barbara knows I am separate from Ishvara, I am not Ishvara, then why I have spent 12 years to know I am separate from Ishvara? Actually, I should know how can I not be separate from Ishvara. Only for that I should spend the time. By birth, each and every people know only. I am separate from Ishvara. We should not spend time in this. If Shastra says you are Ishvara, then some truth is must be inside. So I have to investigate that line. Not from childhood I am telling I am separate. Even ignorant people also knows I am separate from Ishvara. But now I have seen you, in spite of that much scholar, you are doing pranama to this barber. So you have humbleness, you have everything. So you please teach me now, how can I be sure? Then he has done, he offered the garland to that Advaita, he has offered flowers, he has offered all some fruits, and he says, now Shishyasteham Shadimham Tvam Prapannam. I have surrendered to you. Now you teach me how can I be one with Ishvara. Because Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. It is very difficult to assimilate, it is very difficult to understand because that Brahman cannot be me. But if Shastra says, then we have to give benefit of doubt to Shastra and I have to learn. So all these 5 verses, or not verses but mantra, keep on telling same thing. You are Tadeva Brahma. You are that Brahman which 5 sense organs cannot be relieved. Even Pancha Pranaha cannot talk about, cannot be relieved. And at the same time, the organ of speech, all organs of action cannot reveal. So this same thing, keep on telling, and why this is called abhyasa, repetition. In Sanskritam is called abhyasa, and why repetition? Even Shanti Patha, I have told, the meaning of repetition means one meaning is the one portion is about to over. That's why repetition. Tadat, tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharma temai santu, temai santu, 2 times. Repetition means this Shanti Patha will be over because repetition. Everywhere when chapter is about to close, this is the repetition. This is the first meaning. And another meaning, repetition, Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi, 6 times. Why? It is a repetition because to assimilate I am that Brahman, it is not easy. So some small child, no, we have to tell that child, every day you have to clean your teeth at night. But child never listen. So keep on emphasis. Please clean your teeth. Please. Why? So it goes in child's mind. Same way this repetition, because Shastra knows, is very difficult for seeker to assimilate. That Brahman is me. It is very difficult to accept. That's why it is repeated. Emphasis, one type of emphasis, you should know you are that Brahman. So first, same thing, yet manasa na manute, which consciousness cannot be thinked by mind because mind have different type of emotion which I have described. Sankalpa, vikalpa, vichikitsa, all are the emotions of mind. But that mind cannot be objectified consciousness. And again, Shastra says, Yena, because of which manaha matam ahu. Yena, in that lines, Fifth mantra, in your fifth mantra, no? In yena means because of which consciousness. The meaning of yena is because of which consciousness. Manaha matam. Manaha can thanks. Mind can fix. Mind can have start their own thoughts because of which that principle is called Tadeva Brahma. That principle. Yat means which, tad is that. Like in every, it's a phrase, no? Jo, so. Yat, tat. Same way, yen, because of which, manahamatam. So mind can be think. Matam means mind can be known. Oh, this is that person. It is called matam. Whatever we start thinking is called matam. Yena, because of which mind can think. Tadeva Brahma. That is called Brahman. And who is that Brahman? Tvamvidhi. Again, they say that Brahman is not XYZ, but that Brahman you are. Same in Chandogya Upanishad. It says 9 times. 9 times Uddalaka has said to Shvetaketu Tattvamasi. 9 times. Not here is 6 times, but is a 9 times with different examples. That's why Chandogya Upanishad consider is the best among all Upanishad. All topics with logic, with even examples they have given, you are Ishvara. That's why here also, but there are not much example. He has given many beautiful example by Uddalaka and he taught the Shvetaketu. Here is case Tadeva Brahmatvam. Vidhi means you should know. You should know that Brahman you are. Na idam yadidam upasate. Again the meaning of same. Na idam. The meaning is na idam is not this. This the ignorant people are just invoke and they say my Ishvara is sitting somewhere else. It is not like that. If Ishvara is all pervading, how can you be separate from that Ishvara? You and Ishvara both are one and same. So that's why always remember that equation I used to ask, that equation A is equal to B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. So if A is Ishvara, and if we say Ishvara becomes whole Jagat, it's called A is equal to B. And if somebody, we ask any Jiva, Jiva will tell, I am in the Jagat, I am a very small person. So we always identify ourselves in this sansar. So another equation is B is equal to C. So Jagat is equal to Jiva. We are never identify ourselves separate from this Jagat. So first is A is equal to B is equal to C, then A is equal to C only. So A is Ishvara, C is Jagat. So third three sentence always I used to ask to every student. First we have to remember Ishvara is all pervading. If Ishvara is all pervading, he has also pervaded this whole universe. So first Ishvara is all pervading, he has pervaded whole universe. And myself as a Jiva is also in this Jagat, then how can I be separate from Ishvara? So second line is I cannot be separate from Ishvara because Ishvara is whole Jagat. So if I am not separate from Ishvara, what would be the outcome? I am the Ishvara. Third line, if Ishvara is everything and I am a part of is this Jagat, so I cannot be separate from Ishvara. In fact, I am not separate from Ishvara. We have not that much, courage to tell, but the meaning is I am that same Ishvara. Because I am not separate from Ishvara. If waves say I am not separate from ocean, because ocean and wave are both in one and same thing. So na ididam yadidam upasati. This is the meaning. Generally, people think Ishvara is somewhere else. This is the wrong thinking. Ultimate message is you are not separate from this. Nedam yadidam upasate. Idam Ishvaraha yad upasate is the object. Na idam. It is not correct. But let them start from that scratch. That's why I used to say, This is our understanding. I am not separate from Ishvara, but still we have to live in this world. In this world, Ishvara is all pervading, and I am still inside one body, means I am Jiva. So I am Jiva, and Ishvara is all pervading, almighty, omniscient, omnipotent. So nothing wrong to pray Ishvara. We have to pray. Even we can tell Ishvara, even Shastra says, I am not separate from you. I know logically, but let me give you that understanding so I can assimilate. Even this also we can ask, but it is very difficult to assimilate. If we know I am not separate from Ishvara, then each and every people, object, beings, everything is nothing but Ishvara. If that vision we have, then only we can say everything is Ishvara. But that vision comes only rare people. It is very easy keep on telling everything is Ishvara, but it is very difficult to get that vision. And in Shastra, even Gita, it will come. It is called Samatva Buddhi. Samatva buddhi means equanimity of mind. And mind can see everything is the same. Sukha, dukha, somebody can respect, somebody can insult. Everything is Ishvara only. If that vision comes, then we can understand Ishvara is everything. So this is first. Now another yat chakshusha na pashyati. This is sixth one for you. यच्चक्षुषा न पश्यति येन चक्षुंषि no तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि that much only तदेव means that only Brahman that only Brahman but who tvam viddhi you should know you are that Brahman tvam means you tadeva Brahm even viddhi you won't put tadeva brahmatvam it is good enough for our understanding. So now, yat chakshusha. Now this my what was this? First one was vacham. Second one vacham means it is a representative of organs of action. That part is covered by teacher. Then he has taken the mind. Keneshitam preshitam manaha. So now he has even given the upadesha of mind. Mind is active because of which that you are. And now he has taken Chakshushi. The Chakshu and Shrotra both are the organs of sense organs, senses. So this Chakshu and Shrotra are representative of sense organs five. So yat Chakshusha na pashyati, almost same. Yat which consciousness? Yat means which means what? Which consciousness? Chakshusha, by this our eye na pashyati. It cannot able to see. Our eye cannot say, oh, this is consciousness. That's impossible. It says, yet consciousness, which consciousness cannot be seen by the eye. Then Shankaracharya has given one definition. What is the job of eye? What I can do? So he says, Chakshusha Vishayi Karoti. When something eyes fall somewhere, our eyes see something, immediately it reports to our mind, oh, something. It is, there is a one animal is called bison. Bison is a one animal. Generally, it always lives in the forest. And somebody asked how bison looks. The teacher used to tell the answer, it look like a buffalo. Buffalo is black and very fatty. Same way bison is also like this. Difference only bison is a buffalo is a domestic animal. Bison is lives in forest. So when we go in the forest and we something like bison, immediately we reports our mind, oh something like buffalo, I have seen. This reporting is done by chakshusha, means by eye. It gives on our mind. Immediately mind will say, oh like buffalo, but this is the forest, cannot be buffalo, it must be bison. So that's why what is the job or duty of Chakshu? So he says, Chakshusha Vishayi Karoti. What I does, I just, it says, how can we get the knowledge from external world? So Shastra says in Dakshinamurti Stotra, but it says, like in Navratri, I mean Gujarati, you have seen that Garba with holes pot, this same pot with big pot, but it has holes, and then we have to put lamp inside. So in night, this lights comes out from the holes. Same way in Dakshinamurti Stotra says, this is like a pot, our whole body, and the light of consciousness is sitting inside, and Bhagavan has given the holes to, to, to. So from these holes, consciousness is coming out, as though is coming out. And if I see this clock, then what happens? The consciousness is coming out, immediately it wrapped this object and it report inside to mind. Immediately mind says, oh, this is the clock. It is a fraction of second, but it goes out, it goes inside. This goes out is called Vishayikarana. In Sanskritam, everywhere when you read, it's called Vishayikaroti. I goes out, it just wraps whatever object it's reporting inside. And that how we get the knowledge is called, if clock, same thing. If I look at the clock and clock goes in mind, and at that time for a second, our minds becomes a clock. It is called clock akar vritti. Like a ghadial akar vritti, clock immediately mind will say, oh, this is the clock. But everything is finished within a fraction of second. It is called Vishayi Karoti. So, what is the job of our Chakshu or eye? So, Shankaracharya has written Vishayi Karoti. It goes out. And what with whom? Antah Karanena. With the help of mind, it goes out, reporting inside, and then Lokaha Pashyati. Then people start seeing, oh, this is this. But it is always goes out. In your what was that? I think you have chanting, no chanting folder. So 1 minute. I just would like to know. नाना चित्र घटोदर स्थित महा दीप महाभास्वर नानय्य चक्षुरादिकरण द्वारा बहिस्पंदते. It is given in fourth verse of Dakshinamurti Stotra. This body is Nana Chidra Gata, is like a Gatam. Nana Chidra, many holes are there, and inside consciousness is sitting. Nanam tu Chakshwaradikarana Dwara Bahispandate. This all consciousness are coming out of the senses, and what that is, some word is there, some sound is there, immediately that consciousness wrapped and goes inside. Oh, this is the sound of sparrow. Again, we have heard something, immediately consciousness wrapped that sound. This, oh, this is the sound of JCB. This way we are getting the knowledge inside. But when we getting the knowledge, at that time our mind is full of that object. If clock is there, clock is become the whole mind. But it is only second, even not fraction of second. So we don't know. Now same thing is proven by science, but this is our old. Like yesterday, that person was telling, no, in Bhaskaracharya, Shatam, Dasashatam, Laksha, Koti, and he goes on, goes Kharva, Nikharva. Even he knows also at that time, sun is steady, earth is moving. And now, after many years back, now this our scientists have proven. But before that, always think sun is rising and goes. So sun is moving, and we are steady because we never feel the earth is moving. So Westerner scientists think, but before that also, we people know. Okay, sun is steady, we are moving. Bhaskaracharya has I think in that discussion, he told to Lilavati, this is his son is steady. Same way, what is the job of our chakshu? So chakshu, the goes out, it's just wrap up the any object, put inside the mind, and mind says, oh, this is this. Same way, how can this consciousness can be wrapped? Because of consciousness, only mind can go out. That mind, that I, how can it wrap up the consciousness and it report the mind? Okay, now I am seeing the consciousness. It's next impossible. That's why I can objectify everything except one thing, except the consciousness. Chaitanya Tattva. That's why yat chakshusha na pashyati. Consciousness cannot be objectified by I. This is the meaning of first line. Yet consciousness, chakshusha, with the help of I, na pashyati, cannot see. But this poor I, yena, means because of which, chakshum she pashyati, because of which our eyes can see. The meaning because of which I can be live, conscious, because of which. Who is that? Tadeva Brahma. The answer will be the same. Tadeva Brahma, that Brahman, you are Nedam Yadidam Upasate. You should not think Ishvara is sitting somewhere out. Nedam Yadidam Upasate. So Chakshushi Shankaracharya has written, because of which consciousness I can see the things, and at the same time even mind can tell this is this, because of which only. So nowadays I was thinking our robot is available, no? Now they have robot. So all robot have they have put also one physical body also and some so without electricity, or they have put something chips, no something. Without that, robot cannot work. Same way we are like robot only. This is physical body. Our mind is a subtle body, and inside is subtle body. Without electricity, but without this consciousness, this physical body, this mind cannot work. So the robot is the best example nowadays, because nowadays I have heard in Bangalore in some school, robot is a teacher. I have seen, I forgot that. What was that? It's not, it doesn't work. Hmm. But doesn't work. So I have seen that class was going one person, that one lady, robot lady has come, was telling something. But you know what is the difference between robot and teacher? Yeah, that teacher can feel the emotions of each and every students. Robot is a robot only. It's a jadam. So only difference between robot and human being is robot behind principles electricity is also jadam. But this robot, human body, behind principle is consciousness. This consciousness is alive. That electricity is jada. So that electricity cannot find out the emotions, while this consciousness can understand the emotions. That's why they always say, what is the different teaching between offline and online? Nowadays, after COVID, online is very prevalent. No, everywhere people starts online teaching, but online doesn't work if offline is there. You know, without because teacher knows what is going on, then he keep on reporting. Why am when I see the person, I know this is something is not going, so I can repeat. But what are sitting, I just put in the stop video, so I cannot see the face of people. I have to just keep out telling. Also, yeah, we cannot grasp. But yeah, because direct contact, no, that's why Upanishad yesterday also that have given the meaning. What is the meaning of Upanishad to Dara Shiko? That that teacher, you know, in Banaras, he says to go near. Huh? Rama, he's something, he's a Pandita Rama was there. So Lala Rama, that Pandita has told to Dara Siko, Upanishad means you go to near teacher and teacher will remove your all doubts. This only Upanishad. Upanishad cannot be studied offline, no online. It doesn't work. If we are keep on telling, that student doesn't change. But here, if you live for a long time, even 2 months, if you live with same pattern, mind will be changed. Why? This is a direct, taking the gnana. This is only. So yat shrotrena, but this shrotrena shrunoti and pranena praniti, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.